Today I want to make a little bit different video because I know in the past I've talked about alcohol use disorder, alcoholism in the family, and how it affects everybody involved, the alcoholic and the family. And so much of it I've told through stories about my wife, and all the crazy things that she did over the last 20 years of her life. And unfortunately, after a while, it kind of sounds like I'm just kind of beating her up, and I'm kind of expressing, a lot of discontent and angry and frustration and animosity that family members do. But today I want to talk more about Amanda the person. And if this is the first time you're watching me, this may not make a whole lot of sense. So you might want to review a few other videos to get caught up. But yes, my wife passed away from alcohol use disorder a little over 4 years ago. And I talk about her stories really to help other families and also people who suffer from alcoholism to identify with it. So today I'm going to talk a little bit more about her, the person. And to be honest with you, if Amanda was sitting next to me here today, she would probably be just abhorred by the stories that I've told in great detail of things that she did when she was under the influence of alcohol. Just running into cars or DUIs, finding her in horrible situations, with all the bodily fluids and just all the horrible mistakes that she made during the course of this disease. Of course, she would be absolutely beside herself with shame. But here's the thing. She's not here, and she can't speak. She spoke essentially with the passing of her life. She spoke by not being able to overcome this disease, which was unfortunate for her more than anybody. And the people that hung out with her and stayed with her to the end, and there were many actually, more than what I think a normal person who suffers from alcohol use disorder would have. Because most people, they're only surrounded by other alcoholics, and there's very few friends or family left in reality. But in reality, Amanda was a very kind person. She was, never had anything bad to say about anyone. And I've talked about this before. She used to walk around the house when we were first married, and we had 2 cats and 2 dogs. That's how we actually got together, because I got my first dog. Our first date was when we went to the pound and got my dog because she just loved animals. And we worked in the same office. We were insurance, for senior plan insurance, Medicare side of it. And our first date was getting, my dog, and that was before we were even together, which is kind of funny. Our relationship really started around animals. And eventually, her dog and my dog got together, and they were the best of friends, and certainly we were. I think the hardest thing that families go through is just the loss of friendship, the loss of that person. And it's a slow loss. It's incremental. And losing that is the hardest thing for the people in their life. And the thing is, we had a lot of very wonderful years together. In the early years, we had a house on the water. We had a pontoon boat. We could drive around on the water after work. I had a huge deck on the back. We had parties and people over all the time. Before our son was born, we were together. We were married 5 years before he was actually born, almost 6. And then when Griffin came, things changed a little bit, and we decided to leave that house. We went to another area, and it just grew from there. But we were always the best of friends. We never argued. If we got mad at each other, I would just say something silly, and we'd just laugh. There was never an argument, and the only real problems, came about because of her drinking, and everything eventually centered around that, which slowly destroyed the relationship and the friendship that we had had for so many years. And I know if she was alive today, she would, obviously I wouldn't be doing this if she was. We can only help the living. We can't do anything for people who are no longer with us other than learn from their experience, learn from their mistakes, learn from the decisions that they made and the roads that they went down. There is purpose in that, because when she passed away, honestly, there was no purpose. It just seemed like someone who was destined to really drink themselves into oblivion, and it made no sense then. So I personally had to find sense and purpose from that experience, And as a result, I believe if Amanda was alive today, or if she was looking from above today, I think she'd be very proud that somehow she has a part in influencing and in helping other people. I have no doubt she's crying somewhere because she's helped other people.